Well, bloody capture the game. There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to We Happy Few, Part 11. Unfortunately, I hit a bug in the game that I was planning to do tonight that prevents me from progressing any further in the story. If I find a solution to that, I'll pick it up at some point in the future, but for now, that collection is going to, that playlist is going to go incomplete. Anyway, I am your host, Iron Dragon. So if you're new to the channel and you'd like to support what I do, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're still in the middle of Ollie's story. Let's get back into it. However, I will say we're coming close to the end of Ollie's story, too. Reasonably close. I thought we might be coming here, but I guess we're not. Either that or that's...
I always wanted a train set. Time to go.
No, Ollie, sleep in the bed. Don't punch it.
Ugh, time to hit the scratcher.
Something that's marginally annoying, when you use the syringes, you still have to hold down the use key until the circle is filled. If you stop holding down the key as soon as if you let go of the key, once he pulls the syringe out, well, it's not going to work.
Right, there! That cutscene! Do what we look at them.
Shit after all. Well, I'm glad all that nonsense.
I won't smash your face. I see you! You're coming with me! That's the one what done it.
There he is!
I see you.
You're coming with me!
Right. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
We have none of that around here. the cat foot.
Oh, come on.
Right. I'm done fooling around.
Haircut.
And of course he doesn't put down his fists.
Fine. Catch you next time, I will.
No one's chasing you, dude. Put down your damn fists. Great. Just great. So I'm gonna have to piss off every single person between here and there.
That's the one that did it.
The killer's right there! Get them!
Murderer.
Really? Really?
See what all the fuss was about.
I think I see the killer.
Take a night. I won't have it.
And of course I can't show... Fine.
I'll
Kill me.
fix you. Downer. I'll cheer you up, all right.
Don't be a drag, baby.
Black dog. No snakes in my garden.
And you're hitting me with these little pathetic wallops.
Thanks, say the blisters.
Now this time around, can we manage to not get stuck in a holding our fists up animation? And, you know, basically pissing off everyone. By the way, Dairuger, if you're watching, there was a question that I asked on my Discord channel about the Lost Planet series. I don't know if you noticed that one. About which one you wanted me to do first, either 1 or 3. 3 is a prequel, but it's like, it came out 6 years later. Oh no, you don't. I am not running by a dude with a red hat.
Everything all right?
Oh, come the hell on.
Hide your head in the sand. I don't care.
Good, this time he didn't leave his fist stuck up. I swear I ran one step.
I don't have time for this nonsense.
Like that! One step. To the Executive Committee. Silly me, I forgot my letter of transit when I went to the village. I didn't expect any difficulty as everyone in Wellington Wells knows me, but when I tried to return home to the parade, the Bobby, whose father was in my employ for decades, told me I could not return home without my letter of transit, which is, of course, at home. It took quite some doing to make him understand the illogic of his position. Finally, his supervisor decided that I must get a new letter of transit, which I would be delighted to do, except the letter of transit office is, as you know, in the parade. Please do sort this out soon. I have my bridge group on Tuesday and am most eager to get home.
Lovely day for it.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. The Executive Committee have decided to close the parade to visitors for the duration.
Duration of what?
They neglected to specify, sir. But I have been specifically informed that it is unrelated to the dispersion of plague. So, you may put your mind at ease in that regard.
Then how the fuck am I supposed to get to the parade, you bell-headed turd?
Perhaps you could dig a tunnel, sir. Good luck.
For fuck's sake! He wasn't helping me anyways.
Aren't there already tunnels?
For the train tracks, oh sure, but there's no way past the hatch on the other side. Believe me, I've tried.
Then how does the Mottling get to the village from the mines on Apple Home?
You're right, there must be tunnels. I've no idea where.
Do I have to spell it out for you?
Dr. Faraday! Oh, yes, she designed the Mottling flow system. Oh, she's got to have the blueprints for the Mottling tunnels.
Bravo, Ollie. One day you won't need me anymore.
Don't you start talking nonsense, lassie. I'll go see Dr. Faraday. So the parade's locked up tighter than a vicar's bumhole. Lovely. But there's the Mottling tunnels. Dr. Faraday has to have a map. Maybe she'll let me make a copy.
Thankfully, I can fast travel up to this sector.
Do you ever wonder if those eyes in the dark are rats? Or something worse?
Nope, can't say I do. And back to Dr. Faraday's house again.
Do me a favour, love. Triple dose.
Oi! You don't belong there!
You George. Hey!
For God, for Harry and St. George.
Actually, I can use that helmet.
I could do this in the dark. I think I have.
Another dig spot.
Joy immediately. You must take your joy immediately.
You must shut up immediately.
Thank God! We've been cooped up there forever. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, but there's been an absence of absence, I'm afraid.
James, you don't have to air our dirty laundry to every stranger that passes by.
If you do the wash, we wouldn't have so much... Anyway, this is Ollie Starkey.
Who's he when he's at home?
We served together at Ramsgate.
Oh, Ramsgate. Sorry to intrude.
Jealousy doesn't look good on you, Roger.
You wouldn't happen to ken the whereabouts of Dr. Faraday?
Not actually sure. She was always talking about making a portal in the universe. It sounds ridiculous, but Roger says, well, we're a little worried she succeeded.
Don't tell anyone. If she has gone for good, we're out of work.
I was sort of hoping... Well, she designed the motorline pipes under the city, didn't she?
Oh, yes. That was one of the first things she did on her own, after Mr. Faraday went on holiday.
You're not going down into those tunnels, are you? It's like tangled hair down there. You know, like what's in the shower drain because certain people don't clean it.
I was hoping there might be, blueprints.
There must be, but the place is such a mess and she blew it up. The Bobbies won't even let us downstairs to water the plants.
If Dr. F comes back and they're all dead, we'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, that's too bad.
Ollie, they want you to do it.
Well, then why didn't they... I could water them for you.
Oh, would you? We could try and dig up your plans while you do.
Once again, the heroes of Ramsgate save the nation.
Alright, let's go water the damn plants.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
We'll make a gardener of you yet.
I think we found your blueprints.
Brilliant. Give us a look then.
The thing is, we need someone to pollinate the flowers down there.
Pollinate? Is your bum out the window?
You can't expect a soldier to know about flowers, James.
But we can't go down there, can we?
It's my bee cannon.
It's her bee cannon.
Well, she made it for me.
I thought you were worried about pollinating the plants.
All right, fine. Here's the bee cannon. You'll love it. It's got cannon in its name.
What am I to do with that?
Just find some bees, suck 'em up, Go to the flowers, spit them out.
I'll do my best. Bees. There's no bloody bees in the village. Ah, damn it, it's back to the garden district, isn't it?
Alright. Oh, hey, what a coincidence. One of the dig sites is right here, just outside the door. And the other one, of course, is down there. Might as well grab it while I can. But not past him. Unless...
Don't struggle, you'll hurt your neck.
So glad there's nobody out on the street right now. Yeah, I know, that was kind of weird, right? Dude walks off while I'm strangling him and then falls. Crap, and another one. At least I'll be able to fast travel to the gardens after I get this dig spot. You know, I bet her thighs must be parting. Oh, crud. It's up here, isn't it? Well, that scotches that. Okay. Alright. Straight back to the track access hatch then.
Nothing like a nice quiet walk to keep you from going mad, right, Margaret?
Anyway, Dyruger, what do you think about what I said about, That reminds me, I need to make sure I have the bee cannon. But, what do you think about what I said about the, Oh, come on, I've got the extractor. Okay. Funny, I thought the, okay. Well, doesn't matter. I must have it on me anyway. About the Lost Planet games. Oh. Might help if I put on that. Come on, I did pick up the beacon, and I know I did. Well, I was asking whether or not you wanted me to do number 1 first or number 3 first. Number 3 is the prequel, but it came out 6 years later. And, you know, I don't want people to look at it and go, wow, this is amazing, and then go play the first game and it's like, wow, these graphics suck, because they're 6 years older. Number 1 first? Okay. I'll probably skip number 2, because number 2 is... Well, number 2 was really an attempt to make it multiplayer. You can play it in single player, but all of your teammates are bots. And it doesn't have much of a plot to it.
Porkies. They're the only ones around here clever enough to plan for winter, and now they're pretty much fucked.
You're Father Nature.
Well, now I have a BB gun.
I now arrived, thanks to the gods, through pathways rough and muddy. A certain sign that making roads is not this people's study.
There is one good thing about doing them in release order, though. Doing 1 first and then 3 is that the first one is a lot more like a Japanese anime. I think you can see what I'm talking about when I do them.
How can I help you? What's your pleasure, then?
Well, I'm sure everyone will just love all those pipe wrenches that you have for sale at the drugstore.
I'm afraid I'm not finding it.
Now, where the heck is her doggone... Oh, and I do want to drop off some stuff anyway.
Now, should I take the low road or I take the high road?
You should take the road over to your stash and place the crafting components in it. And the bricks. And one of the bangers. And the honey. And the stew.
In Aberdeen, they fought from the sewers.
And then after I've done those two games from Lost Planet, I'll do that other one. What I'm just trying to avoid doing is I'm trying to avoid doing 3 RPGs in a row. Now, granted, it's more of an action RPG, but still. And I mean even more of an action RPG than this is. Although We Happy Few is actually classified as a survival RPG. Probably because it actually does have a survival mode in it. Anyway, time to break out the BB gun.
No, you're not really there. Buzz off! But didn't you think that was funny? Crickets. Bloody crickets.
Maybe they found your blueprints by now.
Well, look at that.
There's a tunnel, but it's a bit dark.
It's under the Uncle Jack fan club.
Ah,
I don't
there's
like
the
you very
Jacobin
much.
Club.
Why?
We have a sort of disagreement about whether Uncle Jack's a very fine, funny fellow or a rotten, murdering collaborationist traitor.
So that's why you smash all the televisions.
Roger, manners.
Have you got an escape plan for after you talk to the executive committee?
Why would I need an escape plan? I'm just going to tell the executive committee what's going on in the village. They're not going to shoot the messenger, are they? Then I'll just go back to my...
Home in the train station.
How would I escape, anyway?
Oh, I know. The parade float.
It'd be ridiculous, Roger.
What are you talking about?
The Uncle Jack fan club. They bring a giant balloon to the Battle of Flowers parade every year. It's enormous. It's supposed to be his head. Well, that could carry you away to, well, wherever the winds take you.
I suppose if I'm in the club anyway, I might as well grab the float. If nothing else, no one will have to look at Jack's head floating across the village on May Day.
You will need quite a lot of helium to fill it.
Oh, I'll jump off that bridge when I get to it.
Look, empty hydrogen tanks.
What am I going to do with empty ones?
The label, DSIR, the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. Well, you know, in Albright Labs. In the parade,
You think we can get the deposit back?
they must have full ones there.
Oh, what did I ever do to deserve you, Margaret? All right. I've got a map of the tunnel into the parade. Seems like I need to get in through the Jacobean Club. God, I hate Uncle Jack. And second night he takes the road in, as ne'er poor sinner was abroad in.
And four more skill points, and I can have everything unlocked.
The Uncle Jack fan club. I suppose they can't remember what he did during the war.
What did he do?
Voice of the Occupational Authority on the radio, wasn't he?
As modern, educated men must be prepared to... Someone there? Away.
There you are. Got you.
For the love of Barbarian! Stop it! Won't get away!
And once again, I've hit that bug again where he doesn't want to put his fists down. Well, right now he wouldn't want to because they're all after him, but...
Good as gone. Scarlet, didn't you? Aren't you clever?
Wednesday luncheon roundtable. Bring your own lunch. My favorite Uncle Jack story. Next Wednesday, what to give Uncle Jack for Christmas. Special meeting Tuesday at 8 p.m. How to spot Oliver Starkey in disguise.
And now it's time for famous Britain.
How on earth did he get to be Uncle Jack?
Everybody likes him, except you.
Have they forgotten what he did?
People are forgetting a lot of things now.
Oh, I suppose they don't even know what he did to you. But how did they forget who it was on the German radio every night during the occupation? They locked him up after the victory.
People don't talk about the past anymore.
When did they let him out?
You've forgotten things too, you know. Patience, Ollie.
The Jacobian Society rules. Our credo, I promise upon my honor to be a faithful fan of Uncle Jack, to watch his show every day, and always remember to take my joy. Member quiz, how well do you know Jack? What is the name of Uncle Jack's cooking show? What did Uncle Jack do during the war? What color is Uncle Jack's hat? Name an Uncle Jack bedtime story that takes place in Wellington Wells. Bonus, make an anagram from the words Uncle Jack Worthing. Dress code, the sporty red hat must be worn at all times. Exceptions may be made for bathing and haircuts. Well, one would hope so.
Home is where the heart is, I suppose.
Alright. It just does not want to give up on holding your fists out. Go kill me.
He broke our televisions!
Or go running. What the hell?
There you are!
Forever.
He smashed a stick!
You won't get happy!
Stop mucking about! He hates Jack! Get him! Grab him! Don't let him go! Anarchist! You just someone needs a
He wants to sign.
We're coming for you, you monster!
No, he wants to put his damn fists down.
The Uncle Jack fan club. I suppose they can't remember what he did during the war.
What did
You can't go in. It's a private club. Toffs and wankers only.
Then who are you?
I'm the fucking cook, ain't I? Don't look at me like that. A girl's got to eat. Look, why don't you just fuck off? You ain't got any honest business in here. From the looks of you, you ain't got any honest business anywhere. Bunch of daft twats.
I think you can go in now.
Take the job, she says. You never have to suck another she says.
Educated men, we must be prepared to accept evidence that our world. You've been torturing us all afternoon. What is it? What is it?
Tell us! Tell us!
I have discovered that Uncle Jack's hat is not red. It is blue. What?
No!
I conducted a careful analysis on my TV screen.
And I suppose television sets have colour now.
I can't really tell either.
Jack in black and white. His hat is undoubtedly the same as his eyes. And since he obviously cannot never known his hat was red ever since episode 209. Like redheads. He's as much as telling us his hat is red. Maybe. Ginger. Have you thought of that? No, because in episode 45, he taps his head and says, "This old noggin is good as gold." Any intelligent person gets this. I would not expect you to take it on faith. I also researched the haberdashery history of Wellington Wells. And our jaunty red hats weren't manufactured until 1956. We all know that Uncle Jack's show started in 1952.
You betray your ignorance. It was Christmas 1951. The Christmas special.
Oh, that again. Christmas specials.
In either case, Uncle Jack could not have had a red hat.
Here's hoping he actually puts his fists down this time when they finally stop searching for him.
He alludes to his hat being a beaver pelt, so it must have come from America before the late thing we don't talk about.
Excuse me, but I saw Uncle Jack.
Oh no! Oh, thank you.
Outside.
He finally did.
I bet it's all up there.
Where did you go?
They don't need a cook. They need a maid.
Where's the bloody parade balloon?
Right. Enough of that then. Time for tea?
You could hide the Tsar and all his relations up here, and no one's the wiser. Time to get the float out of here.
Ollie!
I said float. What did you think I said?
We didn't come here for the float. We came here to get into the Motoline tunnels.
What's that?
How do we gang out of here?
Stop making me nervous.
Medicine.
Now you're on the right side of the law.
You won't get away.
Quietly now.
How'd you get in?
He's mad.
Hold on. Nix wants out. Be right back. glad Nyx is housebroken. She's rubbish at, Why do I still have that selected?
Our own wee...
I should have brought a sweater.
Now, as I was trying to say, I'm glad that Nyx is actually housebroken, because she has no clue how to use a bloody litter box. Members of the Jacobian Society. Have any of you seen Uncle Jack recently? In town, I mean, not on the telly. His broadcasts are terrific as ever, but he hasn't been around his usual haunts. I do hope he is not off his feed. If you've spotted him, do ease our minds and let us know. Oh, goody. Now I have to go find a fire extinguisher.
Where the hearth is, I suppose.
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
You want me to go up the chimney? Like Santa Claus after he's eaten up all the biscuits?
Didn't you read the plans? There's a secret passage and a hatch.
Awfully chilly for October.
Well, I certainly don't remember seeing any.
I suppose I have to take care of the fire, too.
I've got better things to do.
Lucky I don't believe in ghosts.
You might want to put the fire out first.
There are some things I can figure out on my own, lassie. I knew there was a hatch here. I hope it really does go to the tunnel to Appleholme. We haven't been in the parade in a while, have we, Margaret? I hope the executive committee listens. I hope they're willing to tell people the truth.
Don't forget to get some hydrogen for your float, in case it doesn't go well in the broadcast tower.
I probably won't need those again.
I hope you're...
Okay, and also put the brolly in, put that in.
Wrong, Margaret.
Keeping the pies on me just in case.
No one seems to live here anymore. Might be a good place to camp out.
Be right back. Again, Nix wants to be let in. Somehow, I doubt I'd have much success convincing my landlord to let me install a cat flap. Just saying.
What happened here?
Ollie, look out! He's about to start
Big questions. Here. Let this be a lesson to you then. Well, lad, you certainly have a way with women.
What are you doing in my playhouse?
Margaret. It was raining.
Your legs are all wet.
They shot you. You ran and they shot you.
You're still drunk.
Are you gonna haunt me?
Do you want me to go away?
No, please don't.
I think you're sitting on Helga.
Sorry, Helga.
I almost finished her. She's ever so upset about her apron. She likes everything to be just so. Could you finish her for me? Oh, look at all the pretty clothes.
Not to mention that just like when I was playing with Arthur, there should be some chests in the area. Like this one. Iron Lung. Decreases damage from toxic fog by a small amount. 2 out of 10.
Stay away from him. He's about to go.
Well, I guess we'll meet in hell. Sorry you had to see that. As some would say, property is theft. You never liked me, did you?
Stiff upper lip, so damage is slightly reduced. I kind of have to let that one play out, because if I go over there, the Bobby will attack me if I tried to take him out, so...
We all get what's coming to us in the end.
Nimble hand. Speed of crafting increased by 5%. 1 out of 4.
Ollie, look out! He's about to stop us!
What so
Well, lad, this is what we trained for.
There we go.
You can't hide forever.
Who is that?
Having said that, the Bobbies have been busy and taken out a few of them. Or Spankers did. Bang on. Increased damage of explosive weapons by a moderate amount.
Oh, no! Somebody died! Someone help! Like that. Help! Please!
Get downstairs!
Oh, that worked out okay.
I'm not sure which is another bloody document control. How much we learned from the Germans.
The gate's open, Ollie. Can't you just not look at the telly?
No, I can't just not look at the telly. They put one in every bloody corner. I'll tell you what I can do. I can blow up the bloody broadcast antenna at City Hall.
That is the worst idea I've ever heard from you.
What do you know? You're dead. Huh? Haven't got an answer for that, have you? Margaret. Margaret. Ah.
The killer's right. That's them. Their hands are
Looks
all
like
bloody.
a plague whistle did a number on this.
Downer!
Please, I can't take it.
Let you bring me down.
Turn that frown upside down.
No!
You better stay away from him. He's about to go.
trying to kill you. I'm trying to get away from all these a-holes with wrenches. Of course it's jammed. For a fraction of a second, I thought that guy was one of the members of the Jacobian Club. They're the ones that are chasing Ollie all over the place. Because he doesn't like Jack very much. Oh, that's right. Got to take the stairs to get in. It does remind me, though. Make a few more
life will be like
medicated
20 years
bombs.
into the future. That will be the year 1984. Yes, it sounds like a very long way away, doesn't it? But 1984 will be closer than you think.
Ah, the Department of Senseless Idiotic Research.
In 1984, the machines.
If anywhere's got hydrogen, it's these bambots. If not, I'm off to the executive committee to fill a bag with hot fucking air.
And of course you're...
Where do they keep their hydrogen, do you think?
And of course you have a very limited route, and the whole thing is patrolled by bobbies.
Put that down! Say goodnight! Give up!
And that's why.
Why aren't you Tear up! Keep calm! Really? Bring it in! Take your...
material, that takes care of all the things in the area.
There's my hydrogen. Now, I just need to walk out the door and...
We have an intruder! I'm shutting all the doors!
Oh, for fuck's sake! How do I get out now?
Someone kind of had it in for his boss, considering all 5 of those darts in the mannequin with the glasses on it.
Here's another one. What's the difference between a downer and a black blade?
Well, how the hell do I do that? I can't fly up there, can I? Oh, wait, the cannon.
Oh, God. Please don't use the cannon. I'm shell-shocked enough as it is.
Just need to make sure it's facing the tower and wind it up.
That's a terrible idea.
Well, I pumped it up.
Stop him!
Hey! Leave that there! What's that? Did you hear that?
Don't make a habit of that, alright?
And now, I just get in.
Welcome back, Mary.
hope this doesn't tear off any bits you'll miss later.
Why didn't you mention that before? Still got all my bits. They just hurt extraordinarily much. Who needs trains and planes? We ought to have sent the mail by cannon.
All right. All right. I've opened the door. Now, please, just go.
Thank you kindly.
I'm going to have the worst headache for the rest of the week.
Well, at least it was in the right place to get you up here.
I'll put a damper on you!
Oh, come on. You told me to leave. Cat working as intended, just not as desired. Well, I suppose that's a plus. I don't think he would have bit a hole in the bag to get at it if he didn't like it.
The
How was that
broadcast
Dr.
tower
Pepper, by
can't
the
be
way?
that far from here. I wonder what the executive committee's up to right now.
Well, I have enough points to buy a skill. Yeah, if I had any skills that I didn't already have. And lots of wastrels about, too.
Ollie, look out! He's about to start fighting people!
Your planet
Niks bij hallo! Grima gas!
Lay still, you bastard.
Mother!
Go forth and sin nae more.
Well, kinda hard to sin when your head's been bashed in with a wrench, just saying.
One
Never
Lucky
hit
I
a
don't
plaguey
believe
with
in
a shovel.
ghosts.
It leaves a bad impression on their mind. He wore out the wrench, hitting them.
Once upon a time, there were 3 bears who lived in a house in the woods. They were called Henry Bear, Jane Bear, and Jane's father.
Anyway, Mary,
The elevators must be up these stairs.
But that's the lovely thing about...
I guess you didn't hear my question. I asked how was it that strawberry and cream. Because
Oh, I don't think I want to try to get past Headmistress while she's on the job. I better shut her down first. Where have they hidden her controls?
Please step away.
Do tell, please. You know those signs they have in the village that say smashing and all that? I'd make them blink and...
Please step away immediately.
Excuse me, miss. Could you turn on the elevator?
I'm terribly sorry. I'm very busy. Why don't you ask at another window?
The elevator's shuttered. Could you open it?
I'm so sorry. I'm in a bit of a jam. Would you mind asking one of my colleagues?
I did ask one of your colleagues.
Please step away immediately. Please step away immediately. You are not authorized. Please clear the area immediately. Please step away immediately. Please step away immediately. Please step away immediately. You are not authorized. Please clear the area immediately.
I don't need a bloody rusty shovel. And I don't need to fall back down into the water either.
Please step away immediately. Please step away immediately. You are not authorized. Please clear the area immediately.
There we go.
Sorry, I can't remember what I came here for. Where do I turn on the bloody power to the elevator?
Right. Done fooling around.
How did I get here?
Did you go and see Sally Boyle?
I can't have. She's in the village.
Or she came to you. It doesn't matter.
She comes by. Why does she come by? Do we trade?
What did you buy from her?
Oh, my memory's more than usually fuzzy.
Did you take something she gave you?
I was sad, wasn't I? And ashamed. I can still feel it. I just don't know why.
You bought something from her, didn't you?
Why was I sad? What have I got to be ashamed of? Margaret, don't look at me like that. Can't help it if I don't remember.
Look what a cat ran.
Yeah, it's a guy with a big old pipe.
Oh, it really takes it out of your shoulders.
And to avoid dropping to the ground, well, to avoid dropping straight to the ground, I should say, since there's no real fall damage. Oh, I take that back. There is fall damage. Oops. It's okay. That's what first aid kits are for. But I think I made a mistake in coming down here. I think I got to get up there and, or get up to that walkway where I disabled the security, and then drop down on top of the roof of the central station.
Ah, there we go. And up I go.
You are about to reveal the truth. Are you ready? Once you go through these doors, you are done with adventures in Wellington Wells. Or at least with Ollie's story. Doesn't mean I'm not going to loot, though. Victoria Bing from Penelope Snug. Ray, double plus unhappy articles. I know you're short-handed with Miss Holmes on holiday. However, we have now had 4 workers hospitalized as a result of accidentally reading old newspapers. Please prioritize all articles relating to the thing we don't talk about for redaction. I am enclosing 2 of them here for your immediate attention. The Au Courant, to the editor. Enough with the bleeding heart editorials. The agitators that were hanged had it coming. If they had destroyed the Register of Children, the whole town would have been destroyed. Stick to reporting the football scores and save the editorializing. We don't need police looking for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that took care of those outlaw parents. What are the police going to do, arrest the whole town? To the editor, I must vigorously disagree with your recent editorial regarding the vigilante action against the saboteurs. These selfish parents attempted to destroy the Registry of Children so that their own would not have to be hostages. Their actions were a slap in the face to every family that has sent a son off to a war. We must all do our duty. By tradition, cowards are to be hanged. Surely saboteur cowards deserve no better.
What the hell happened here?
Food production.
Good Christ, it's all going down the crapper.
You don't have to talk like that.
Justice or mob violence? Taxi! Thanks to a bit of British ingenuity, the Bellpit brothers, who were too ill with measles to take the train to Germany last week... Oh, right, found that again. Not sure what that has to do with justice or mob violence, but...
What's that?
Let's see, there's the executive committee.
Who's in charge here?
You're in luck. It's me today. We rotate the dread responsibility. Do I know you?
So, there's only one of you who doesn't take joy on a day?
I might have had a little.
The tanks in the military camp. Did you know they made of papier-mâché?
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like a joy?
Have you been getting out into the village lately? People are getting a bit slim. And these charts, are we running out of food?
Oh, no, don't look at the charts. They're horrible. Here, let me get you another joy. We've got our own booth.
They're the executive committee?
So, you people are in charge of the whole shebang?
That's us. Ever since the victory. What's wrong with the tanks?
You know what? I've forgotten.
Oh, good. Well, come back if you remember, but with any luck you won't. Be seeing you.
We have to tell people. They need to make a new executive committee.
Absolutely. If they won't heed the loony from the garden district, they're sure to hearken to the dead girl in his head.
They'd listen to Uncle Jack.
You know what that man did.
Everyone listens to him. All day long.
I can't stand his smirking face.
Ollie.
You're right. You're always right. But it's not going to be pretty. If we go upstairs, we're going to make him tell the truth about bloody everything.
In which Oliver needs a spoon. For most of his life, Oliver had worked for other people. Mostly he had worked for the General. The Starkeys were common, hard-working folk. They owned no factories, they did not even own shops or a fishing boat. Oliver's father was a quarryman, hacking out the sparkling gray granite. His father had been a quarryman too, and that was as far as Oliver's pedigree went. Oliver had always assumed that other people knew what they were doing. At any rate, they always told him they did. So it was rather a shock when he went to see the very important people who were in charge of all of Wellington Wells. They were not debating policy, they were not reading reports, they were not even filing papers. They were playing patty cake. These folk would not be interested in papier-mâché tanks, Oliver realized. They would not warn the people of Wellington Wells to stop taking their joy, or they would all starve to death with plastic smiles stuck on their faces. There was only one person everyone in Wellington Wells trusted, and that was that man. The bad man who had driven Oliver out into the wilderness because it was the only place that Oliver did not have to see his sick smile on every screen. The man who told the Germans where to find you, O best beloved, in your hidey hole in the spandrel. The man who was responsible for your death. Oliver would have to face him and ask him as a favor to tell the truth. It was the hardest task Oliver had ever set himself. Oliver would rather have fought the Minotaur in the Labyrinth or facing German machine guns, but those opportunities were not on offer, O best beloved, and so our Oliver, trembling with sadness and rage, set out to see the man who had caused all his sorrow.
Hello? You? Hello?
You know,
here's Ollie. Hello? Time to pay the piper, Jack.
You know, if there's no one at the reception desk, shouldn't that be a receptionless desk? Just kidding. To the Executive Committee. I am a skilled makeup professional, yet my talents are wasted whilst Uncle Jack is simply too happy to come to work. The boys in the broadcast studio think I'm only here to flirt with, given that I have nothing else to do. It is frustrating as I turned down a job as Davy Hackney's assistant for the chance to work in television. Fortunately, Mr. Hackney has put aside his grudge and offered me a new position, which I have accepted. I am not giving you the requisite 1-month notice, as I do not believe it will make any difference to you. Please forward my remaining wages to me at the Clayton Center. How about searching the desk instead of pushing the desk?
Where is he?
Good Christ! He's gone off! He can't have gone off! I've got things to tell you, Jack.
Note to staff, please do not broadcast the same tape more than once a week, as the public may wonder if something has happened to Uncle Jack, which of course it certainly hasn't. Jack's last tape.
It's his last show.
How'd you ken that?
The camera's smashed. They could...
No! I can't leave here until everyone knows the truth. Let's see what Jack has to say for himself.
I'm sure I had it right here. You know, there are times that you can actually take a little too much joy and, well, then you can't remember where anything is, can you? Ah, yes. Here it is. Mrs. Florence Gilbert of Brougham Hayes is holding an exhibition of her hand-knit dolls. Well, she likes to make dolls from all over the world, all knitted in wool.
It's his last show.
How'd you ken that?
The camera's smashed. They couldn't have shot another.
Do you know who'd have liked that? Margaret.
Why is he talking about you?
Who's Margaret?
Because I love dolls.
What am I talking about? Who cares about the past? Well, listen, do drop by to see these fabulous dolls at Mrs. Florence Gilbert's.
Poor thing.
Poor thing?
She loved dolls, you know. She had dozens of them. They're from all over. I can assure you that there's absolutely no truth to the silly rumour that the food is running out.
How does he know about your dolls?
However, it is true that there's a brand new flavour of joy. You'd think a 12-year daughter would be over dolls.
His daughter?
Yes, Ollie.
But she'd make these darling little costumes. I knew it was wrong. I mean... She was even excited about going to Germany. It was me. I couldn't imagine living without her, so... So I hid her. Someone tipped them off. And she ran.
No, that's not right. It was Jack what turned you in and I what tried to save you.
No, Ollie. You turned me in.
I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time.
But you were my daughter.
Jack Worthing. Margaret
I mean it.
Worthing. You're Ollie Starkey.
No, I couldn't have. I could never have betrayed you. You're my...
Neighbour. I was your neighbour.
How could I? How could I do a thing like that to a little girl? Dear God, I'm sorry, Margaret. I never meant to hurt you.
Well,
It's a bit late for an apology.
What can I do? Tell me.
do you hear me? We've come to the end of our time. The food's run out. We're all going to starve to death. You have to stop taking your joy. Take it from Jack Worthing. That's me.
People have to know.
But Jack's your father?
Stop.
That Jack's gone. That the food's run out.
All have to stop.
That they have to stop taking the joy.
Stop it.
You have to broadcast the tape.
Right, I could do that.
But you won't, will you?
God, I never meant to hurt you, Margaret. I'm sorry.
Okay, time to broadcast that tape. And read the last journal entry. Lost under the crates in the train station. We were at the darts at the King's Head, Tommy and Harry and I. We'd had a couple of pints, nothing too serious, not enough for excuses later, not enough to miss the dartboard. I don't know how many sheets to the wind was Jack, but I could hear him crystal clear. An actor knows how to pitch his voice so it reaches the back of the hall, and yet he's not yelling. And there he was at the bar, accusing us regular army lads of bending over for the Jerrys. Not that Jack had ever been to a battle, except to Agincourt in his imagination, when he'd played Westmoreland in Henry V. He was just home guard like half the town. The girls had stitched uniforms together and sent the boys into the fields with some Lee Enfields from 1916. The general took one look at those lads and knew there was going to be a slaughter. He lied about a lot of things, but that bit was true. There was no fighting the Jerrys in 1943. But this is 1947, and now he's saying we should have fought harder. We all should have fought harder, if only the army hadn't surrendered like a bunch of Frenchmen. Why aren't we fighting back? Why aren't we strangling the Jerrys in the alleyways? Why aren't we sabotaging their cars instead of running scrap drives for them? And I say, well, there's 43 tanks on that hill is why, and he calls me a coward. Oh yes, thank God for those tanks, he says. His gang are trying to shut him up because Tommy and Harry and I have dropped the darts and are coming over with mayhem in our eyes. But he keeps at it. If not for those precious tanks, you bastards would have to do something. And the worst of it is, I know what no one else in the room knows or wants to know, that the tanks are newspaper and glue. And if Jack knew, maybe he would have had the sense not to say it. But soon we're getting into it, and the Jerrys have to send in a squad of MPs to pull me off them. Of course, they're a little nicer to me than to Jack and his gang, because I work for them, don't I? And Jack sees it, and he just smiles at me, shaking his head. And all I could think of was, you don't get to smirk at me, you actor. You're hiding your daughter, and we're all keeping your secret, and you're superior. So I tell the Germans where to find her. I knew I should keep my mouth zipped, but I can't stop talking once I've started. I never thought they'd shoot her. I never thought she was in any danger at all. But I knew it would hurt him more than anything, sending her off, and I knew he was right and I was wrong, and I had to wipe that smirk off his face or I couldn't stand myself. May God have mercy on my soul. So, there's the truth.
Not going away.
They've cut the power. The bastards.
There's an emergency, one of those wheelie power thingamabobs.
And you have to start up the emergency power on a regular basis.
More of them.
It's not going away. It is.
Sorry you had to see that.
Found you.
You never liked me, did you?
We got a gather here, haven't we? You're gonna get what's coming to you. I won't.
Well, I guess we'll meet in hell.
Time. Do you hear me? We've come to the end of our time. The food's run out. We're all going to starve to death. You have to stop taking your joy. Take it from Jack Worthing. It's me.
We're running out of power.
You have to stop. You all have to stop. Stop it. But you won't, will you? You won't. I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time.
We've come to the end of our time! We've come to the end of our time! We've come to the end of our time! Come to the end of our time.
I guess walking out the front door's out of the question.
Good thing I made you get that float.
What do we do now?
We say goodbye.
To who?
I'm not really your daughter.
I know that.
And I'm not really here.
But
I'm a lie too.
We've been together so many years.
You don't think having an invisible friend is a wee bit babyish for a man who's been to war?
We can hide in the train station till it all blows over.
Now that you've put that on the telly, I think it's time you put away childish things.
You're right. You're always right. Goodbye, Margaret.
Hey! You bastards! Look up! It's Ollie Starkey! Wake up, you damn sheep! I never liked you! Or you! That's right, you as well, pal! It's not a lovely day for it! It's a fucking terrible day for it! Lovely day for fucking what anyway! Fuck the lot of you bastards! I'm going home!
What was left of Scotland?
I do hope he's not planning on pissing all the way. I'm not sure he's carrying enough water for that.
Are you all right, sir?
I'd forgotten just how heinous a person I am.
Well, the truth is not for everyone, sir. You see, some people find they are stronger than they ever supposed. Some people can let go of the confabulations that have comforted them. Some make choices that surprise even themselves.
The food's run out! You have to stop taking your joy!
Perhaps these people are not you. Are you sure you don't wish to forget? And go back?
I was happy before, wasn't I?
Yes!
That's one of the endings. Fortunately, you can continue right from this save point.
What do we do now?
We say goodbye.
To who?
I'm not really your daughter.
I know that.
And I'm not really here.
But
I'm alive too.
We've been together so many years.
You don't think having an invisible friend is a wee bit babyish for a man who's been to war?
We can hide in the train station till it all blows over.
Now that you've put that on the telly, I think it's time you put away childish things.
You're right. You're always right. Goodbye, Margaret.
Hey! You bastards! Look up! It's Ollie Starkey! Wake up, you damn sheep! I never liked you! Or you! That's right, you as well, pal! It's not a lovely day for it! It's a fucking terrible day for it! Lovely day for fucking what anyway! Fuck the lot of you bastards! I'm going home!
What about left of Scotland?
Are you all right, sir?
I'd forgotten just how heinous a person I am. Are you really a constable?
I patrol the boundaries. Come on, sir. Once you're out there, you'll know what to do.
Lovely day for it! Lovely day for it! Lovely day for it! I don't even know how to tell the truth anymore. Lovely day for it.
Are you joking? It's been shitty all day. Did you not notice the drops of water falling out of the sky? Gonna be shitty tonight too.
You're right. It has been rather a shit day.
And that's the other ending. Now, even though it's the last DLC chronologically released, I'm going to go into Victoria's story because it most directly ties in to what we just did. It starts right after Ollie kidnaps Victoria and she knocks him out. Now, the DLC is not nearly as long as the main story. Thank God. Wellington Wells is most certainly not falling apart. Ridiculous. The very idea that citizens are starving to death in the street. Nonsense. Poor Victoria being forced off her joy by mad Ollie Starkey is certainly not starting to remember all of the terrible things she's done. No, no, once she finds the mood booth, all of these nasty thoughts will melt away like fog on an English morning.
People in town are getting a tad bit skinny. I think they're starving to death.
You give me my joy!
People have to know.
I need my joy.
You're wicked and selfish, and I hate you!
No. Got to find a mood booth.
And you notice she doesn't really have much of a skill tree. She has 3 skills with the whip. Shove off, which shoving always knocks enemies off their feet. Whip attacks consume less stamina. And whip attacks cause enemies to drop their weapons. And then the general category, where she has silent step, reduces noise by 50%. Soft landing, make less noise when landing. Oh shush, to choke out taller enemies. And don't interrupt. Electricity no longer stuns you and it deals less damage. Also, you notice this isn't based on skill points, it's based on how many contraptions you found. And this is the whole limit of your inventory. You've got your whip, you've got your suit. I think you might find shoes and a hat somewhere along the way, but there's...
Might want to top up if I ain't rude to say so.
But there's no looting here.
There's going to be a fair!
Nothing to see here, nothing to see. Move along, please, nothing to worry about. Everything's in order.
Nothing to worry about. How long has there been a plague in the streets?
Oh, hello, Miss Bing. Nothing to worry about. Everything is tip-top.
Look her up, look her up. Take the key and look her up.
Mrs. M, we must have this week's ounce of flesh.
I'll have it in a few days.
There's got to be a mood booth somewhere.
My stomach hurts so.
Did you eat something rotten?
I haven't eaten at all.
Oh, well, that's normal then.
What are they all doing?
You know that? Most blokes wouldn't just sit there and let me natter on. I feel like I could tell you
There. I'll take my joy and forget this ever happened.
Miss Bing, there isn't anybody in there.
What are we doing?
You can utilise the facility.
What are we doing here?
Taking our joy, I hope. Good Lord, Mum. You might want to take a lot, eh? Wouldn't want to mistake you for a towner, eh?
I can't take my joy. I have to...
Sweet Jesus.
Keep a clear head.
You are! You've got downer. You'd best come with me, Mum.
Miss Bing is a downer! 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 She's a downer!
I am on joy. It's an experimental formula. I need to get out of here. I can't fight them all. They won't listen.
The downer is someone who simply isn't taking their joy. These persons engage in mental health everyone around.
Susan, I'm just a wee bit concerned about George. Ever since the little oopsie at the bridge site, he just hasn't been himself. I told him not to fuss. I'm sure there's plenty of ways he can be useful still, but he just keeps carrying on like a real downer. I'll try and check in on him next week, but until then, if you wouldn't mind popping in every day or so, that would just be lovely. Do make sure he's taking his pills, would you?
There she is!
I can't believe I'm hiding from the police.
Are you running from the authorities?
Not now, Mother, please.
You've shut me out of your thoughts for so many years.
I can't, I just can't.
I think it is, and the other two DLCs are also a lot of fun.
Bon voyage. Did they commit suicide?
Well, I take that back. There is a little looting, but it's stuff like this. Party supplies. John, everyone is dead chuffed about our do this Saturday evening. It's going to be the party to end all parties. I'm just dying to see everyone. Please nip around to the shops and pick up the following supplies. I'll be mortally embarrassed if we miss anything. Balloons, streamers, arsenic for the cocktails. Don't miss that last one. Cheerio.
They
Linda.
took poison. I can't think with all these bobbies around me and all this death. I've got to get somewhere quiet.
Come to see how the other half rots.
Come to help.
Haven't you helped enough already?
What then must we do?
Please. I'm throwing up and everything's horrible. If I just took my joy, it would all go back to bright and lovely.
Well, I can hardly stop you. I'm only an uncomfortable memory.
But I can't. I have to keep a clear head. Till I can tell Father what's going on out there.
Has Father changed very much since we lived in the palace? Because he was always excruciatingly well informed about what was going on then.
He doesn't know this. He can't. If he knew, he would fix it.
Yes, well. It's lovely that you're thinking of your mother again. One hates to be forgotten, even if I'm in a faraway country and, for all you know, dead for years.
He's probably at the Victory Memorial Camp. I can walk there on the underground tracks.
For duty, duty must be done. The rule applies to everyone. W.S. Gilbert, Ruttigore.
Doodlebug! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I ran into Ollie Starkey.
Good Lord, are you all right?
He thinks the town is running out of food and we're all going to die.
He always did have a keen sense of drama. You know, he used to be a song and dance man.
People are eating charcoal, Daddy. And there's a plague in the village.
Well, you might have told me you were planning to go off your joy.
Couldn't we give them all blackberry? They could make plans, plant vegetables, even start the trade over the bridge again. They don't even know they're starving.
Sally Boyle can barely make enough blackberry for the bobbies. But don't you worry. Your man, Dr. Verloc, is working on a treatment that will put everyone back on the right track.
So we just wait. We can't do nothing.
Nothing is exactly what we must do. If our people realise they're running out of food, they'll kill each other for the last box of V-meat. Doing your duty isn't always pretty. You don't always get a bright, shiny medal. But a few people on top doing their duty, us, is the only thing that keeps us from savagery.
What can I do? Let me help.
You have such a keen sense of duty. Yes, help. Organise a Simon Says competition. Keep them distracted until your man comes through. He will come through, won't he?
Yes, Father.
But for God's sake, go back on your joy. You'll only complicate things.
I suppose I better check on Dr. Verloc. Make sure he really is close to a solution.
Contraptions help you upgrade your equipment and yourself. Find them hidden throughout the world. Press tab to consult available updates. Oh yes, I really needed that. What the hell happened to the... Seriously? Fine. Dear General Bing, as per your orders, sir, close down the west end of the Waterloo Square district for quarantine. This ought to do it, at least for now. That makes 3 neighborhoods this week alone. Also spoke with some of the local landowners who found your offer to purchase buildings in the afflicted areas quite generous as you foresaw. You indeed have a keen strategic mind, sir. Once the quarantines are lifted, that should pocket you a lovely little profit. I will continue to canvass the city for any signs of infection and any further opportunities or urgent reasons to impose new restrictions. Yours, etc., Anthony Covington, Civic Works.
Oh, for heaven's sake! Well, I'm not bloody well taking the underground right back to those bobbies.
You can take your joy.
There. I forgot the TV does sweeps. Now this is... healing balm, another healing balm, and another contraption. Always useful.
How long have they been jerry-rigging these walkways? Where are the men? Did they fall off and everyone just forgot?
Actually, I think I saw a note, so before I go down... Notice to all laborers. Lads, while we do appreciate your dedication to your craft, if you're feeling the least bit under the weather, do stay home, or better yet, hie thee to a doctor immediately. An inner ear complaint led to a rather unfortunate tumble for Harry yesterday. He'll be off on holiday for the foreseeable. Safety first, the management. Yeah, he'll be dead for the foreseeable future. That's my guess. Thank goodness for that whip, huh? Gerald, where is everybody? Did I miss a holiday? And another contraption. And if I go to this... over in general, silent step. Let's go ahead and get it. Another contraption and some healing balm. Lads, the outer door to the worksite should be closed and locked at all times. There's a bad case of the sniffles going around. Sniffles, huh? In the surrounding district, and it would be unfortunate if, hypothetically, any of the sufferers were to accidentally wander in and request a tissue.
Take your joy in immediately.
Plague! Just follow there's plague here!
Notice of impending beautification efforts. Dear occupant, congratulations! Hurrah! This notice serves to inform you of the lovely news that your neighborhood will shortly be subject to a massive beautification effort. Your streets, parks, sidewalks, lampposts, and more will all be made ever that more beautiful. The department apologizes in advance for any minor inconvenience and traffic blockages this may cause. Should this cause distress, we invite you to take a joy pill and contemplate the magnificent beautification soon to come in your mind's eye. It will be ever so worth it. Wellington Wells Public Works Department. If this is your beautification, I'm not seeing it. Why is it I suddenly want to start singing the lyrics to Whip It Good by Devo? Helpful Hints for Healthful Hygiene, a publication of the Wellington Wells Department of Health. Perhaps you've heard rumors at the market or received a tip from a neighbor. There's a case of the sniffles going around in Wellington Wells. Here are some cheap and cheerful tips for keeping your home germ-free. Never venture into any of the districts currently being beautified. All that plaster dust can really kick up the germs. Don't worry, your friends in those districts will wait for you. Number 2, don't neglect, inject. Phencycline needles are indeed sizable, but don't let that put you off. That small ouchie is a small price to pay for robust health. Number 3, a doctor a day keeps the ickies away. If you or any members of your household are feeling logy, do contact the nearest doctor. In extra icky cases, he may ask you or your loved one to undergo advanced treatment at a local clinic. This may take a matter of days or even weeks, but keen health will be worth the wait. Wellington Wells, Department of Health. Somewhere around here there's a door or something I need to go through or something I need to whip up to. Oh, that's where I came in at. Nothing at either of those doors. I think this is a case of, yeah, climbing up here. Maybe. Thank goodness she's got those long-range leaping skills, too. More contraptions.
One clearly sees the superiority of Western civilization.
Spare me your revolutionary rhetoric. That's what landed you in jail.
What landed me in jail was refusing to accept the unacceptable.
Requires the alley stash key.
lovely day for it, Miss Bing. Come to keep us home. Don't worry. We all know about the imposter what caused the ruckus at the moon. I shouldn't have hit him so hard. We're supposed to lose something.
Look in the area for a switch to power them off. Aha. You can tell how bad it's gotten, though. Fresh loaves, scratched out. Scones, scratched out. Crumpets, scratched out. Biscuits, scratched out. And so much more. So the only thing left is the much more. All known food items, I'm sure. Oh, this is not fun. Because you have to do a jump and pull there. Dear Operator, congratulations, Technician. You must be proud to be tasked with the operation of the DD-245 Downer detector, representing the latest in optical modal sensing technology. The DD-245 is as easy to use as a brolly. Once activated, simply allows citizens to pass through in the course of their normal circulation. If a downer is sensed by the detector, the paired GDD-269 device, or spanker, will automatically activate and handle the disruptive party cleanly with minimal effort required on the part of the attending constabulary. Detailed instructions on the device's operation can be found in this note's companion brochure, A Cause for Joy, operating the DD-245 optical modal sensor. Happy spanking! Well, it wasn't what I intended to do, but it worked. Especially since it shuts down the downer detector.
Did you hear Miss Bing went full downer? No, it's a misidentification. The General straightened it all out.
They've been coming for months. I'd send them off, but they so fancy the queuing.
Well, there's got to be a way in.
My brother had one of those iffy batches. I hope coconut cures him.
This is Victoria Bing. Let me in, please. I need to speak to Dr. Verloc.
Oh, Miss Bing. I wouldn't quite enter the premises at the moment, ma'am.
Why not?
Well, as it happens, there's a rather intensive beautification
Translation
procedure
plague again.
underway. You really wouldn't believe how beautificated the facility's looking.
Why would that... Oh, dear.
Was getting more and more beautificated in there by the minute.
But I really do have urgent business with Dr. Verloc.
All right, ma'am. As the Chinese say, don't say I didn't warn ya.
Feeling all right there, Miss Bing? I just received a most peculiar pronunciamento about an altercation at a mood booth.
Executive committee business.
Oh, well that's all right then, ma'am. Sorry to bother.
no, Miss Bing. This, ain't no place for a lady at the moment, Mum. They've gone completely mental in there.
I'm here to speak with Dr. Verloc.
The workers are, a tad cross with Dr. V, Miss Bing. He's barricaded himself up in his office and he won't come out until we give him the all clear.
Your very own uprising.
Can you get it sorted?
Not to worry, ma'am. We'll put down these troublemakers as soon as we can get in. They've cut the power.
Now listen. This labor
Says I have the points for a skill, but I don't have enough. Oh, strong arm. Whip attacks consume less stamina. Yeah, why not?
fraction is important. We ain't striking for a nice hot lunch. Like last time. Of our civilization. These are the times that
Maybe they will be too distracted by their little riot to see me slip through there.
and we all have to hang together. If any doctors are listening in, this is no time for partisan bickering.
There we go.
We've still got the upper hand, lads. Our shop steward's got the key card, and the only way they're getting on the floor is through him.
I'd like to see him try and take it away from him.
Well, he's a bruiser, isn't he? Glad he's on our side.
Well,
Maybe they'll all be too distracted by their little riot to see me slip through there.
note to self, don't try walking through steam. Just a good thought.
We've still got the upper hand, lads. Our shop steward's got the key card, and the only way they're getting on the floor is through him.
I'd like to see him try and take it away from him.
Well, he's a bruiser, isn't he? Glad he's on our side.
Unfortunately, no, Mary. I hit a bug in the game. It just doesn't like my computer. Essentially, I couldn't finish the game because of that. So I had to settle for doing this instead. Essentially, what happened is it got to that tricycle chase that I was talking about, where you're chasing that guy who's on a unicycle, and he's not supposed to go slower than you. He's supposed to be ahead of you all the time. He isn't. It's just like how you notice how they took so long to tumble down the stairs. They'd tumble 10 times to go down 3 steps. It's probably related to the same glitch. It just doesn't like super fast modern computers. Production report, internal use only, October 2nd, 1964. AB2, passed. AB3, tainted. CZ4, tainted. CZ5, tainted. CZ6, tainted. CZ7, passed. Do not bother me with any more of these spurious results. Any impurities are certainly due to contaminated samples most likely as a result of sloppiness on the part of your staff. Please reassign the technician responsible to the pool of coconut volunteers. No need for any further sampling. Any more testing is a waste of time. Proceed with mixing the next batches. Do not share this report. Anton Verloc. So yeah, the No One Lives Forever 2 thing is on hold until I can figure out how to fix that. If I can figure out how to fix that.
Keep your eyes on the doors, lads. Nobody in or out. And nobody disturbs my siesta.
No wonder Verloc's locked himself away. With that brute skulking around.
If I can get the power back on, the Bobbies will get things sorted. Then maybe Tony Verloc will come out of hiding.
Get the power on and I can get in there and get those components.
Well, they certainly don't have faith in Verloc. Maybe I shouldn't have trusted him.
Great, more steam. Wasn't that supposed to have shut down the steam? Okay, let's see. Well, there's two electricity things that I have to, two switches I have to pull, I think. There we go.
Explosives? You off your trolley? With all these chemicals lying around? You'll light up the whole factory. Where are you going to pry him out of his office then? Send a bouquet? We ought to just bring back Miss Boyle and get this operation back on its feet. Shut up, Toffee!
Why do I have a feeling that that route would have been quicker? Requires you to have power. Up to that, hadn't there? Yeah, there is. Okay. Well, maybe there is. There we go. And that just leads me back here, so what the hell? Ugh. Gotta get into the power room somehow. Which means getting up there.
That's one power switch. One to go.
Of course, the other power switch isn't in here. And the button on the inside is out. So... But now we can get through at least some of the doors that require power.
Oh, that's very, very, very far down indeed.
Oh, now you noticed. And of course, again, we have to get up into that room. More healing balm. From the desk of Harry Hayworth at Hayworth Labs. Dear Anton, I'm enclosing the latest draft of the paper I was telling you about last Friday night. Have made much progress and greatly anticipate showing it to the committee. Any input would be most welcome. I really think I'm onto something here. Really appreciate all your encouragement. Towards a Theory and Practice of Applied Phrenology by Harry Hayworth, phrenological science of the 19th century theorized that the brain was formed of various growths, each representing a different human trait: benevolence, combativeness, wit, hope, etc. These suborgans would press against the skull, forming measurable exterior protrusions. Nope. Applied phrenology inverts the normal phrenological method. It proposes that modern technology could actively reshape the organ responsible for, say, happiness, producing a feeling of contentment not unlike our joy formula, and all without the ever-increasing shortages that have been bedeviling our supply chain. I have taken the liberty of applying my prototype technique to 5 of the assistants in my lab already. Although they are still recovering from the process and are still unable to communicate, I am happy to report that 2 of them appear to be grinning widely. Progress!
When all this is done, Tony Verloc and I are going to have a little chat about management principles.
Oh, and of course, the shutter's down now. Also, I do have at least enough for one skill. Did I not buy strong arm? Okay, well. We'll worry about that in a minute. If I can get 2 more, I'll get 2 skills. Requires key card, but I got to.
You stay out of this, Miss Bing.
Thanks, Dermot. Oh, you can't get through that, can you?
Take no chances, lads. If they burn down this land, it's curtains for our entire civilization.
Attention! Attention! The constabulary is pleased to report that the beautification efforts heretofore taking place on these here premises have concluded satisfactorily. You may resume your regular course of workday activities. Off you go.
Yeah, only because Sally knocked most of them out.
All's well that ends well, Dr. V. No need to thank us.
Before I go in there.
Miss Bing! It's been too long.
You seem to be having a bit of a mutiny.
Oh, they do that. Not to worry, everything is very well in hand. Very promising lines of research. All sorts of...
I hope they haven't had one of your bad batches.
Oh, you're rather well informed. I can't just think faster, Miss Bing. I work until every thought is rubbish, and then I try to sleep. If I had Sally Boyle back...
I seriously doubt my father would return her to you.
I swear, I am this close to a permanent solution. But even if it doesn't work, at some point, we'll be down to a sustainable population.
That certainly is a permanent solution.
There's no food coming over the bridge, and we're not growing any. So how many of us are sustainable, Tony?
You seem a bit off, a bit sad.
He wants to lock you up.
I've got a lovely pick-me-up.
Tony, I'm not someone you can throw into a cell like poor Mad Harry.
Yes, well. Please, go back and tell the executive committee I'll have a brilliant new formula presently.
He won't ever have a solution, will he?
Didn't you hear him? When enough people die, the rest will have food. Oh, you've got to get people off these ridiculous pills.
I'll never convince Father of that.
Oh, forget your damn father. It's a miracle he hasn't already run for the hills.
He's just lost hope. Everyone's let him down. You can't lead if no one will follow. I have to prove to him that people will be reasonable once they come off their joy. But they won't do it willingly.
Some of your father's soldiers became addicted to opium. Punishing them was no use, so he locked them up until they weren't addicted anymore.
Yes, I could cut off the joy to the whole island. All I have to do is shut down its allocator hub. Then Father will see people can come to their senses.
One island? Huh. I have never found half measures to be useful. They only make the oppressor angry.
That's the attitude that got you sent to prison.
That's the attitude that got me a country. What have you got?
Okay. List of demands. Joy workers of the world, unite. The following are a list of non-negotiable demands. Removal of Anton Verloc from his position of leadership at Hayworth Labs. Installation of Sally Boyle in his place. Swift completion and deployment of the Coconut Joy Project. No more slowdowns. No more experimentation on our relations with the Bad Batches. No more Bad Batches. An additional tea break on Friday aft, negotiable. Scones no more than 50% sawdust. Signed, the Joy Workers Collective, Harold Stalter, Secretary. I keep trying to loot, but the only thing you can loot in this place is basically I don't need to go up.
Miss Bing? Dr. V would like you to come back. It's the water system. Those old pipes are contaminating the Joy, you see. He's got some blueprints to show you.
Some other time, perhaps.
We won't take no for an answer.
Will you take whip for an answer? $15, 20 more minutes, and we'll hit the 4-hour mark.
Damn it! It's after dark. The Bobbies won't care whose daughter I am if I'm breaking curfew.
I'd be more worried about the doctors. That man is desperate. He'll send every man he's got.
think I...
You're sick. You won't get away with this.
Oh, let's see. Now I've got to figure out how it's up there, isn't it? Okay. How exactly am I supposed to get up there? I can see the I can see the whip hold, but not how to get up high enough to get it. Unless... Dear Constable Auden, while myself and my wife consider it an honor to discreetly host your quote-unquote control station in the attic of our abode, it would be greatly appreciated were you to tidy up after your tea every evening. Gratefully, Edmund Silly, Proprietor. Another contraption, and shut that down.
Past your bedtime.
Stop bringing me down!
From the desk of Victoria Bing, Executive Committee, to Harold Grinnell, to Grinnell Electric. Dear Mr. Grinnell, thank you for showing off your latest prototype last Friday. I appreciate the effort and labor your craftsmen have put into the device, but I'm afraid we're not quite there yet. The galvanic disciplinary device, or spanker as one of the lads in your workshop cheekily dubbed it, was designed by Dr. Faraday as a tool for the effective management of the persistent downer problem. I apologize for having to re-explain myself, but it is important that you are fully au fait with our intentions here. The spanker is not meant to amuse. It is not meant to tickle. It is meant to spank. Please adjust the voltage accordingly, or it may be you who are in need of a spanking. Well, they know she's here now. Of course, they're kind of busy getting electrocuted. You're not unconscious yet? That can be remedied. Hello, Carrie. Yeah, maybe. Still, worth the trip for those two, let's find out, shall we? Nope. You're right. Deadly. Well, deadly to him. She's just unconscious. Shocked him one too many times, I guess. Enough points for a skill? Which one? 4, 6, 5. Absolutely none of them. So I'm not sure why it's saying I have enough. There's the alley stash key. Now I just have to remember where the alley stash is.
Oh dear. I think you're beyond. There's your.
And you're about to be beyond your help. Almost walked right into that. It's not up there, that's for sure. Ah, here we are. It's worth coming back, obviously, because of the 3 contraptions. Which now gives me enough. I can max out my whip. Or I think I'm going to unlock stealth takedowns on bobbies and doctors.
Did the water taste a bit funny to you this morning? What do you mean? Just a bit off. It had a smell, I thought. It couldn't be off. But you told us.
Go to the bridle path. And we are about 4 minutes to the 4-hour mark, so this is a good place as Annie to stop. Plus it auto-saved right there. Saved 0 minutes ago. You can't manually save in the DLC, but at least you can tell from this that you've gone through a checkpoint. So I'm going to leave it here for now. Again, apologies for not being able to complete No One Lives Forever 2, but it's a hardware thing. The game is just so old it doesn't like modern hardware. I'm going to have to find a solution for that before we can continue that. So for now, that one's on hold. Anyway, and next Saturday I will probably do a stream of Spellcaster University, just because I've been wanting to do that for a while. And it's been sitting on my hard drive all this time. Anyway, thank you for coming. I appreciate all your support. And remember, if you're new to the channel and you want to support what I do, don't forget to like and subscribe. And have a great rest of your day.